The mysterious future, the headlines of tomorrow. Maybe you can know the future. 3 overlooked future prophecies that you probably haven't heard of. Aside from all sorts of Mayan predictions and science talking about the sun with CME and solar flares, the Bible actually mentions something will happen to the sun. It mentions that in the altar of heaven, underneath it, there are believers rejoicing that the sun is no longer scorching their body. It also talks about the sun not giving its light. Something is going to happen to the sun according to the prophecies of this book. I also want to briefly tie in the idea of all these airplane manifestations, as there may be flying through pockets of frequency or weird sun activity, along with other possible activities that we might get into in the future. Number 2, it says a third of humanity will be killed by the beasts of the field. So whether we're talking about lions, tigers, and bears type beasts, or weird underground creatures that we've never known existed just coming up and deboing people, or we're talking about the possible stretch but other interpretation involving microbiology, how beasts of the field etymology root word could possibly mean some sort of bacteria or virus. Maybe it does. Moving on to the third and final future overlooked prophecy that you may see happen in your lifetime, has to do with the oldest standing city in the world, which if you didn't know is Damascus, Syria. And this future prophecy has to do with it being completely ungeographied permanently. So if we see that happen, we'll conclude this video with a thought, also mentioned in the Bible about the future, about men being lovers of themselves, along with many other characteristics, including the doctrine of demons will be deceiving the world. And the doctrines of demons is emotions, a lot of the times. It deals with the emotional mind field. Emotions as in emoting, as in emojis. Again, the emoji demon connection, and how demons and emotional oppression and disorders are associated with demons. Full circle. And also this weird verse about another false doctrine to abstain from meat. In the end times to abstain from meat. I think we see that happening. They're saying meat is bad, never to eat meat. They're cloning and giving fake meat. They're telling us to eat bugs. Vegan is being pushed hard even though it's not real vegetables most of the time in vegan products. It's soy-based slop. Maybe all this agenda really is tied in. Sometimes things have many layers, and taking this from the literal meaning to the metaphorical meaning of when Peter was shown unclean meats that the Lord had now cleansed, and it was a metaphor for all the nations of the world now being clean. Maybe the metaphor is in the last days they'll be teaching that certain groups of people are just totally unclean. Food for thought. Either way, what you want to believe about this obviously is up to you. I'm just presenting that these 3 future prophecies are often overlooked. We'll see what happens. See you next time.